Ashish Gavai sir. So I welcome both the dignitaries, the speaker, resource person to this particular webinar. And now I request and to Honorable Dr. Ashish Rastogi sir to start with the webinar. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your introduction. Now, I request this session to our Honorable Dr. Ashish Rastogi, sir, for his valuable talk. Before going to start this session, I have one request to all the participants, those who want to ask questions regarding this webinar. They may write their question in question and answer section only. Don't write your question in chat box. It will not be noticed. So write your question in question and answer section. That will be noticed and that will be asked to our expert person. And also a attendance link will be provided you at the end of this webinar. You all have to fill that attendance link. It is mandatory to complete that attendance link, and uh, only certificates will be provided to that person who will fill that attendance link. So without wasting a time, I hand over this session to our respected Dr. Ashishji Rastogi sir for his valuable talk. Please, sir.
Yeah, good morning, everyone, and
Good morning, sir.
later. Just to begin with, first, thank you to the college management as well as authorities, to Dr. Ashish, to the principal, sir. It's an honor for us to be speaking to all of you on this topic. And so, like sir has said that, both I and Chetan have been working in the clinical research field for a lot of many years, nearly more than a decade. And in 2017, we started this CT Quest LLP, which where we are focusing on clinical research, on helping pharma companies, medical device companies, hospitals to develop their research facilities. And also, we help a lot of the medical community in ensuring, communications to patients, to various stakeholders for research as well as medical aspects, and also on quality and compliance to regulations and requirements in this field. Now, why we chose this topic, I think this is the hot topic, and once, in December 2019, hardly heard about this, and many of the people, even within our families, my and Chetan's families, were not aware of what is clinical research and what we were actually doing. And it is only after this COVID-19 situation, emerged in January, where people started talking about, finding a cure, finding a vaccine, shortages of ventilators, non-availability of masks, of PPE. So all these issues emerged, and people started reaching out and asking us about, what is this, and when will the vaccine come? How will the drug be developed? And so we chose this topic for today's webinar, and I'm sure there would be a lot of questions from your side. So please feel free to ask. जरूर पूछिएगा, and we will हम कोशिश करेंगे कि आपके answers सारे हम answer कर पाएं. If we are short of time, then we will, request the management to send these questions to us, and we will respond to those questions. Now, as of 15th June 2020, this is a map of the world from a website known as clinicaltrials.gov. It's a US-based website, which basically is a registry for all clinical trials happening all over the world. And just if you type the word COVID-19, it will return 2,122 studies. We did a similar search in March 2020, and at that time there was hardly 200 studies. So within the space of 3 months, 10 times increase in the number of studies. And this is a map which shows you the maximum number of studies are happening in Europe, next America, and then in China. These were the countries that were mostly affected. Why Europe and America? Because these are also the regions where most innovations happen, fortunately or unfortunately for us. Nai dawaiyan, nai vaccines, nai research, most of the time it happens in these regions. So in context of the pandemic, what is the need of the hour? It is not कि research suddenly shuru ho gayi, research ko prominence is samay mila. Research has been going on. So for any medical problem, any medical disease, research has 3 broad areas. First, you have to understand what is the disease. Uske patterns kya hain, wo kaise hoti hai, how does it get transmitted, what does it cause in the body, which organs does it affect. So if you look at the COVID-19, but you very well know by now that how it is spread through respiratory secretions, cough and sneezing. You have seen the cases rise in India and globally. You have also seen that it affects the lungs. It causes, a multi-organ failure. And we are also experiencing the socio-economic impact of this disease. So with the lockdowns, with the shutdowns in various countries, borders being sealed, we have all experienced that. And research is also this. People sometimes think research is only discovering medicines, research is only discovering vaccines. But before vaccines and drugs can be discovered, you have to understand the disease. Then comes how to manage this. So certainly we need a drug. We need a drug which can reduce the severity of the illness. We need a drug that can, cure the disease so that people don't die, reduce the mortality. We need a drug which reduces the number of days people have to stay in the hospital for oxygen and ventilators. But most of all, if we are to go back, अगर हमें वापस उस जिंदगी में जाना है जो दिसंबर 2019 से पहले थी, तो we will need certain preventive strategies. The best prevention would be a vaccine, which we can give to everyone, which is low cost, which is easy to manufacture, which gives us immunity, if possible, lifelong immunity. If not, then at least for 1 year. We will need medical technology, we will need softwares, we will need application devices for tracking and tracing these cases. And we will need other strategies to boost our immunity. So all this is happening. अगर आप sincerely science के students हैं और pharmacy के students हैं, तो I'm sure you must be, looking at these articles that are coming in. I would not say Facebook University or WhatsApp universities को consult करो आप. I would say look at the scientific articles that are coming in. Don't depend on Facebook and WhatsApp for your information. So when you look at all this, and then how does this happen? How does it happen कि जो scientist है उसके concept से ये market में चीजें आएंगी, and how that process runs. So that is what we want to talk about today. So if we look at drugs, if we look at medicines, most of the research in COVID-19 is happening as a repurposed. So remdesivir is not a new drug. It was initially developed for Ebola. Hydroxychloroquine is not a new drug. Azithromycin is not a new drug. They are being reused, repurposed for the treatment of coronavirus. And Certainly, there are companies, biotech companies, that are working on new molecules right from the start for coronavirus, but you are not hearing so much about them. The reason is because we are all short of time. We need we need a good treatment. We need a good drug immediately. So what companies are focusing on, what governments are focusing on is what existing drugs do we have which we can use in the treatment of coronavirus. Similarly, for vaccines, of course, we don't have any existing vaccine for coronavirus. You must have heard about people talking about studying BCG vaccine, जो हमें TB के लिए vaccine Indians इंडिया में as a universal immunization program का part होती है, उसको हम use करते हैं. So that is the only existing vaccine that people are trying to study. But most of the development in vaccines is new vaccines. Now, vaccines and drugs come under Indian laws under what is known as New Drug and Clinical Trials Rules, which were released in March 2019. Similarly, जब coronavirus शुरू हुआ था, जब January, February, March का situation था, so you must have heard that everybody was rushing to develop kits. Available testing kits for RT-PCR, they were also limited in quantity. Massive manufacturing government को introduce करनी पड़ी, and the government asked various organizations to develop new in vitro diagnostic kits for COVID-19. Similarly, there was a need of ventilators. So you must have heard about, Mahindra or Maruti converting their plants to manufacture ventilators. You must have heard various news items where, various premier institutes, IITs and various science institutes were developing low-cost ventilators to be used. You must have for the first time heard about N95 masks. ऐसा नहीं है N95 masks suddenly आए. N95 masks have been existing for years. And as doctors, we have been using these masks whenever we are seeing very highly infectious patients. So it is not new. Now these diagnostic kits, these ventilators and these masks come under the Medical Device Rules 2019. So how do we proceed? Now this is a question for all of you. Which of these is a new drug as per regulations? I would want you to answer this in the chat box. Just look at the question. Out of these A, B, C, D, which of this is a new drug as per the regulatory definition? So use the chat box and try to answer this question. What according to you is a new drug as per regulations? So are we seeing responses? Is anybody responding? सोच के बताइए.
Yes, we have responses, lot of responses.
So respond in the chat box. I don't see people responding.
Yes, sir. Responding.
B option. B option.
Just hold on.
Maximum options are B.
B.
Because I can't see the responses.
It is in chat box only.
Chat box may I can't see that. I'm opening it, but it's not opening. Can you tell me what is the most common response?
B. Option B.
Most common option
Yes.
that people have given.
B.
Yes.
B.
B.
Okay.
Second.
So when the government gives approval for any drug for marketing, it gives approval, under three portions, I would say. तीन भाग में. सबसे पहले तो क्या molecule है? So for example, azithromycin is a molecule. Then what is the dose and what is the formulation that it is approving? 500 milligram tablets. And the third part is किस चीज के लिए अप्रूव कर रहे हैं? Acute bacterial infections. So azithromycin 500 milligram tablet for acute bacterial infections is an approved drug, and it is not a new drug as per regulations. It is already approved. Remdesivir for coronavirus infections. So remdesivir is a new drug as per regulations because one, it has not been approved in India for any indication. Secondly, it has not been approved for coronavirus infection. Hydroxychloroquine for malaria, again, it is an approved drug. It has been in use for so many years. Third, the tricky part, the D1, azithromycin and hydroxychloroquine for coronavirus. This is also a new combination, a new drug. Why? Because neither azithromycin nor hydroxychloroquine has been approved for coronavirus 1. Secondly, you don't have a combination of azithromycin or chloroquine tablet available in the market. The combination has not been approved. So as per new regulations, as per the regulations in India, any drug which has not been approved by the regulator for marketing is a new drug. And also any drug which has already been approved but is making a new claim, new route of administration, new dose, new dosage form, or is a new combination, is a vaccine, is a sustained release combination. So all this will form under new drugs, and all this will require a proper clinical trial before the government approves that molecule or that vaccine to be marketed for use by the general public. Now, similarly for medical devices, I have a question for you. Which of these is a medical device as per regulations? Again, respond in the chat box, please.
Yes, sir.
Which of these is a medical device as per regulations?
Maximum answers related to A, ventilator.
Okay. So let me tell you, all these are medical devices.
Okay.
So the definition of medical device is similar to drug. Any device that is used for diagnosis, prevention, or treatment of a disease is a medical device. So ventilators is easy, you know, it's used for managing very sick patients. N95 mask is used for prevention, for, you know, the infection getting into a person's body. COVID-19 testing kit is an in vitro diagnostic device. It is a testing device. It's for diagnosis. And dressing gauze is again a device because it is for treatment. You know, when you get injured or, you know, there is a burn, use dressing gauze, or after surgery, you use dressing gauze. So there are certain devices that have already been approved by the government. These are known as predicate devices. They're already being in the market. Now, if whatever device you have developed, if you can show that your current device is for the same indication, has the same technology, has the same design and material as an existing approved device, then all you need is take a marketing license. But if your device or has no similar device which has been approved by the government, which is going to be used for new use, which has a new material, which has a major design change, then it needs to undergo clinical trials before the government approves it for marketing and use in the general public. So if we look at the devices, ventilators ventilators, N95 mask, dressing gauze. These are all predicate devices. These were already approved and were being marketed in India. So unless you are going to make a major change in the design of ventilators or N95 masks or dressing gauze, or you are going to use them for a different thing, all you need to do is set up a good manufacturing plant as per GMP for medical devices and apply for a marketing license. But COVID-19 testing kits, now these kits were practically non-existent in India. They were not approved. So any new testing kit that you bring into the market would need an evaluation or would need an assessment of performance for the testing kit before the government will allow you to market it. So I hope you understood, where and how the clinical trials will be required for drugs, for vaccines, for medical devices. Let's look at the next thing, which is what is the clinical trial process. So when you start, if you are the sponsor, that is the pharma company or the medical device company who holds the patent or who holds the financial control of the project, then you need to ensure that you develop certain documents, how you will do the study protocol, how the consents will be taken from patients. You will have to set up the labs, the pharmacies, you will have to select doctors and hospitals who will do the study. And these hospitals and doctors will need to get approval from a committee which is known as the Institutional Ethics Committee or Review Board. Similarly, you will have to go to the government regulatory body to take approval for your study. Once these approvals are done, then the study will begin at the site, at the hospital, where the investigator will conduct the study and will report the data. But even when the study is ongoing, the sponsor is supposed to supervise and manage the study. They are supposed to report safety updates and provide regular updates to the government. The ethics committee has to ensure that the study is going on properly, and the regulatory body has to continue to oversee how the study is being done. Once the study is over, the sponsor is required to analyze the data, to report the data, submit these reports to the ethics committee, submit these reports to the government, and the investigator is required to clarify any issues with the data, to and to store these records for the future audits, inspection, or investigation. So this is in a broad nutshell. It's a very detailed process, and some of you might have seen this graph where 10,000 molecules begin their journey in the drug discovery phase, in the preclinical phase, and only one molecule out of those 10,000 molecules gets approved. And it is a very lengthy process of anywhere between 10 to 13 years. So that is the routine period that a drug takes to come to the market. Now, if we look at the COVID situation, how will we deal with COVID if it would take 7 to 13 years to develop the drug? We don't have that much time. So that is why when I said that the governments have modified world over the process, they have put in place a process where they can fast track this, expedite this. Secondly, the pharma companies are looking at molecules that are already existing, which can, stop the spread of coronavirus or break the cycle by which coronavirus destroys the various organs in the body. So, and this is already there in the law, where there are provisions to give accelerated approval to expedite the process for drugs and vaccines, especially for special situations which are called as emergency situations, which include drugs for chemical, nuclear, or biological inflictions or disasters. Similarly, there are regulations for medical devices. So like I have already mentioned that, ventilators, N95 masks are already predicate. You don't really need studies for this. You just need to, show how equivalent they are to existing approved devices and get your marketing approval. Again, for medical devices, there are regulations to expedite this process, to shorten this process, to waive off certain requirements, so that these, you must have heard about that MyLab kit for diagnosis of COVID, which came, I think within 1 month, by March end, it was in the market. So that was the expedited approval process that was used to, get that kit, a diagnostic kit, into the market. For medical devices, like we saw for drugs, long 6 to 13 years process. For medical devices in India, what you need to do is a pilot study. If you have developed the device in India, you need to do a small pilot study to show how this device functions. Then you need to do a pivotal study where you will show the safety, effectiveness, and performance of the device. And once you get approval from the government, you have to do post-marketing studies. If the device has been developed outside India and studies have already been done on the device, then there are provisions in the government, in the law, which allow you to directly go to pivotal studies. That is, don't need to do the pilot study. And once you get the approval, you do the post-marketing study. So this is the medical device pathway that is present in India in the current times. And if we come back just to consolidate what we have been talking about, CTRI, that is Clinical Trial Registry of India. Again, 15th June, there are 142 studies registered in India. And just to give you a brief snapshot, so in India, you have studies on how COVID is affecting healthcare workers, what is the mechanism of infection and how the damage is being produced by coronavirus, what is happening with asymptomatic patients, X-ray changes. So these are just examples. In preventive strategies, people are studying Ayurvedic products, homeopathic products, even yoga. I talked about BCG. Then in treatments, there are studies on hydroxychloroquine, on imatinib, remdesivir, antivirals, convalescent plasma. You must have heard about it a lot. A lot of Ayurvedic drugs are also being studied. And for medical devices, people are actually studying use of X-rays and CT scans for early diagnosis. And there was also a study which I saw of a smell-based test for COVID-19. So this is a brief snapshot of the type of studies that are happening, what is the process. And so if you have any questions, I am ready to take the questions for what I have spoken. So if you could share the questions that are there on the panel.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for your valuable talk. I request all the participants, if you have any question, please write in chat, because we don't see question and answer box. So please write it in a chat box. If you have any question regarding this topic, you may write it in chat box. All participants, if you have any question regarding clinical research, you can write it in chat box. Sir, one question.
Okay.
Is there any clinical trial for Ayurvedic drug that is approved?
Yeah, so I think if you see my last slide, this Zingiviir H and Cliveria tablet, I think these are already approved for certain indications in Ayurveda, and these are being studied now for for coronavirus.
Okay.
These two.
One more question is there. How Ayush Ministry has given the list of mini drugs? I don't understand this question. How Ayush Ministry has given the list of mini drugs like Madhavati?
I am not sure about, this question is not clear.
Yeah. Please rewrite it again.
I think they mean to say that there are many other compounds as well which are approved.
Okay. Constituent of that Madhavati maybe get approved, but why they have given permission for Madhavati? Is that right?
Okay, so I am not an Ayurveda expert, so I can't really comment on individual molecules. But just to give you a background, frankly speaking, up till now, nobody in the Ayush streams of medicine was really interested in doing clinical trials and getting formal approvals for drugs from the government. It is only now with the coronavirus explosion, because the government is looking at, is looking at multiple strategies for managing this situation. The government and the Ayush Ministry is pushing various organizations, healthcare, various Ayurvedic manufacturers to go through the proper clinical trial process. The reason for that is, if you don't have evidence that this Ayurvedic drug or Unani drug or Siddha medicine actually produces a change in the coronavirus status, then nobody is going to use it. Coronavirus is not present in ancient text. The Ayush system basically follows the ancient text or old historical text to match the disease, the symptoms with the drugs that are available in these systems. But there is no coronavirus, did not exist 2,000, 3,000 years ago. So you need evidence if you want to use these drugs in the market. And that is why now you are seeing a lot of push from the government that even for Ayurvedic drugs, you need to provide us the evidence that it is curing or it is preventing coronavirus.
Okay.
Any other?
One more question. Can we use immunomodulator as additional drugs?
Yeah, so this trial of Sepsivac, it's an immunomodulator immunotherapy. You would have also heard recent reports of dexamethasone that is being, that has been studied. So yes, people are trying all sorts of strategies after, they have understood what is the actual pathway by which coronavirus is causing problems in the body, is causing the disease.
Okay. Recently, one article, we see one article related to steroid, dexamethasone. One question is regarding that. What about the dexamethasone? Means, what is its status? What is really it is in clinical trial? Past its clinical trial related to COVID or not?
You're talking about dexamethasone?
Yes, Stephen.
Yes. So again, dexamethasone is an approved drug. It has been in use for so many years. There are trials that have happened, and there are results that are coming in. But see, the problem at present, as far as research is concerned, is there are so many news items. There are so many people. Everybody is rushing to do these studies, And वो जो मैंने आपको स्लाइड दिखाई थी 6 to 13 years, उस 6 to 13 years को हम 2 महीने में कंप्रेस कर रहे हैं. So naturally जब उस पूरी प्रोसेस को हम 2 महीने में कंप्रेस करेंगे, so there would everything that comes out of research has to be taken with a question mark.
Right.
You have to look into the full manuscript. You have to look at how the study was done, what type of design was used, how the patients were selected. You'll have to look at the statistics. You'll have to look at the data, and then only you have to come to a conclusion. And that is why you will see so many thoughts coming out. HCQS के बारे में तो बहुत सारे questions हैं. Remdesivir के बारे में भी बहुत सारे questions emerge हो रहे हैं. Similarly, dexamethasone report has just come out.
Yes.
And wait for another week, 10 days, there will be a counter point for use of dexamethasone in coronavirus.
Right.
So everybody is trying to find a solution, but the solution is difficult. And secondly, the solutions have to be taken with a pinch of salt, because everything has been expedited and is being fast tracked.
Right. One more question is there: whether ozone therapy is really effective in COVID-19 treatment?
I can't really answer that because that is a totally scientific question at present. But certainly, you'll have to look at the details of how corona, where you would put fit ozone in the treatment of coronavirus.
Yes.
In what disease pathophysiology, which pathway will you affect? Because again, if I look at this, in the early March, there were reports that it was only the respiratory system that was majorly involved. Now in April, May, June, we have reports of the coagulation pathways being affected. And one of the major reasons for death and mortality is the patient's coagulation pathway being affected and being collapsing. So people are still understanding. And if you have a very good understanding of ozone therapy, you look at the basic research articles on how coronavirus is affecting the respiratory system, how it is affecting the coagulation pathways. And if you feel that there is a solution there, then you could try, you could do a small academic study with ethics committee approval, a pilot study with 10 to 15 patients, and see if it affects. And if you get results, then you could try to see how you can help and support the community.
One more question, sir, regarding someone is very interested related to your CRO. Someone is asked that what exactly your firm is doing to battle with Corona-19. Is there any ongoing trials? You want to know about? Yes.
So we are not doing any coronavirus trial at present. The major reason for that is most of the coronavirus patients are being admitted in government facilities.
Yes.
And the trials are being very strictly allotted and controlled by ICMR and the government.
Right.
But we have been advising various hospitals, various ethics committees, various, I would say, medical device companies that have reached out to us for how to proceed with the, getting approvals for marketing or getting approvals for the clinical trials that they want to do. Many doctors have reached out to us that, this is what I have done. This is a nutraceutical, it can boost immunity, and how should proceed. So we have advised them. There are medical device companies who have developed masks or ventilators. So we have advised them on how to proceed with the government process. So that is what we have been doing as of now.
Yes, sir. Questions
Professor,
are
can we start?
Yes, sir. Questions
Professor,
are never.
Can we start one certificate course?
Yeah. So I would there is a
CTQS and another group of pharmacy institutes in collaboration. Can we start a certificate course of 3 months or 6 months?
Yes, sir. We can definitely
related with clinical trials.
Yes, we can definitely start. And I think that is the part where Chetan comes in, and I would hand over to Chetan
Yes.
for the next portion. And because there are a lot of students here, uh, Chetan, over to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your informative and valuable lecture on COVID-19 and related to it. Before going to next session, because questions are never ending and whatever the questions are remaining, definitely we will forward this question to our expert. That's why you will get answer of your question. But because of lack of time, we move to the next session. I request respected Dr. Biani sir to please introduce our next guest. Mr. Respected Mr. Chetan Halani sir.
Yes,
For
yes. Definitely. Thank you so much, Dr. Ashish Rastogi sir. Now I am happy to introduce our today's second resource person, Honorable Shri Chetan Halani. I welcome Honorable Chetan Halani sir for this webinar. On behalf of Anuradha Group of Pharmacy Institute, I welcome him. I want to introduce him. Sir had completed his B.Pharm from SGRS College of Pharmacy, Pune. In he had completed in 2005. 2001 to 2005, he did his B.Pharm. And our Dr. Ashish Gawai sir, he was a classmate of his B.Pharm. Both had completed their B.Pharm degree from Saswad College of Pharmacy, Pune. Then Shri Halani sir had completed his M.Pharm in Quality Assurance from RTM Nagpur University, Nagpur. 2005 to 2007, he did his M.Pharm. Now, he has experience more than 10 years. He has worked as a trainee at Gest Pharma from 2004 to 2005. Then, after completing his M.Pharm in Quality Assurance, he has worked as a clinical research coordinator from 2007 to 2008 at Quintiles Research India Private Limited. Then from 2008, for just 6 months, he worked as a pharmacologist, then promoted to project coordinator from 2008 to 2009 for 12 months, 9 to 12 months. He has worked at Gilurkar Hospital, Nagpur as a project coordinator. Then he has worked as a clinical uh, operation from 2009 to 2017. Just for 8 years, he has worked at Excel Life Sciences along with Dr. I think Ashish Rastogi sir. Dr. Halani sir and Rastogi sir had worked at this Excel Life Sciences from 2009 to 17, and from 2017 he has worked as a consultant at City Quest LLP till just for 3 years. So healthcare professional having around 13 years of experience in clinical research industry, worked in multiple national and international organizations. Business is his passion, taking care of business development activities at City Quest since last 3 years. Shri Chetan Halani sir for this session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for a nice introduction. And I would like to personally thank Dr. Ashish Gawai, my batchmate, who has taken special interest. And he was very keen that the students of his college should know about clinical trials in detail. Uh, and definitely there are many opportunities for pharma freshers and graduates. So let me quickly begin with the topic today. I would be discussing about the opportunities in healthcare. So definitely we at present at a very tough time. Uh, COVID has impacted every one of us, and आजकल क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स हेल्थ केयर को काफी रिस्पेक्ट और एक आशा के साथ देखा जा रहा है कि शायद कुछ सॉल्यूशन निकलेगा. ठीक है, तो वी शुड बी रेडी दैट व्हाट इज कमिंग ऑन आवर वे. So specially I would be discussing few things which will be very helpful for the students to choose their career path, how can they grab opportunities which are available in the market, what all qualities and capabilities they should have for entering to the market. Okay, so clinical trials, आपने कुछ महीने पहले, दिसंबर के पहले, यदि मैं देखता हूँ उसके पहले का दौर, सो मीडिया एंड अदर पीपल काफी शक की तरह से देखा जाता था। मैं, मुझे याद है अच्छी तरह से, कुछ तो एक 10 में से काम यदि एक गलत हो गया हमसे तो सब गलत नजर से देखते थे कि क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स में लोगों को यूज किया जा रहा है गिनी पिग की तरह, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला। बट एट प्रेजेंट आप देखिए कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है क्लिनिकल ट्रायल्स। देयर आर लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस इन चैट बॉक्स, वैक्सीन कब आएगी, कितने महीने लगेंगे, ठीक है। सो डेफिनेटली वी शुड बिलीव इन मिरेकल्स। यदि मिरेकल कुछ अच्छा हुआ, कुछ अच्छा प्रोडक्ट सक्सेस करता है तो डेफिनेटली 1 से 1.5 साल के अंदर हमारे सामने कुछ ना कुछ रहेगा। ओके, सो when we talk about opportunities in healthcare, definitely प्रॉब्लम है हमारे सामने, लेकिन हमें उस प्रॉब्लम्स को अपॉर्चुनिटी की तरह देखना चाहिए। देयर आर लॉट ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी नाउ which can be grabbed by the pharmacy students and health life science graduates. काफी डिस्कशन हुआ है अभी आयुष रिलेटेड, so I would like to emphasize here to the students, to the pharmacy college professors, lecturers, please give them opportunity. Students को opportunity दीजिए कुछ करने के लिए, नया कुछ करने के लिए। आयुर्वेद का इम्पोर्टेंस बहुत है हमारे इंडिया में। आज भी हमें पता है कि हमारे दादा दादी ने कुछ ऐसा बताया तो जो वाकई में काम करता है, बट वेयर वी आर लैकिंग इज डेटा। आज की तारीख में डेटा इज गोल्ड माइन। ओके, so if there are students want to do some project thesis work, request them to do some work in clinical research area. They can tie up with the hospitals, they can develop the protocol and study those drugs in the patients in proper way, ethical way, take ethics committee permission, registered in CTRI registry, and then publish the data. डेटा हमारा अच्छा आया या नहीं आया, जो भी है, वॉट एवर इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट वी शुड पब्लिश द डेटा। ओके, सो क्लिनिकल ट्रायल में देखेंगे ब्रॉडली, सो दीज आर few areas where the students can explore the opportunities. So clinical operations and project management, the core area, ground level, जहाँ पे हम हॉस्पिटल में जाके स्टडीज करते हैं। So there we require usually manpower for conducting the research studies. Okay, someone asked us what you all are doing in clinical trials at present. So regulations, regulatory support is very important. We are supporting pharma and medical device companies in regulatory. Okay, because regulatory path is very important. You have to pass through it. So if you are a person who likes to read a lot about regulations, use your knowledge in present condition. So regulatory is very important for it. And core, if I talk about operations, so monitoring and project management. So whenever a clinical trial is conducted at a hospital, a person deployed from the sponsor side to oversee the conduct of study is called as a CRA, Clinical Research Associate. So they do monitoring of the study. And nowadays there are a lot of projects coming to India for remote monitoring. क्योंकि ऑलरेडी अभी इस टाइम में हर जगह जाकर मॉनिटरिंग करना पॉसिबल नहीं है। सो रिमोट मॉनिटरिंग इज अ बेटर ऑप्शन एंड इंडस्ट्री आर यूजिंग दिस सिस्टम टू डू द remote monitoring. Okay, so there are a lot of company nowadays have good projects. For example, IQVIA, they have good projects in hand. Icon, there are many CROs in India who have good projects, PPD in hand. So when you want to apply to the organizations, you please shortlist the name of companies you want to apply and the position. आजकल हम देखते हैं लिंक्डइन काफी अच्छा यूज होता है। तो स्टूडेंट से मेरा एक रिक्वेस्ट रहेगा जिन लोगों ने अभी तक लिंक्डइन में प्रोफाइल अपना नहीं बनाया है, बनाइए. यू कैन कनेक्ट टू द प्रोफेशनल्स देयर. प्लस लिंक्डइन का मतलब ये नहीं कि सिर्फ हमें जॉब के लिए काम आता है. आज आप देखोगे तो मार्केट में क्या चल रहा है, किसने किसको Yeah, Dr. Gavi.
Yes, sir.
I think I got disconnected, na?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
Okay, sir, continue.
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 so I was discussing about the opportunities and LinkedIn, how you can use smartly the LinkedIn portal. So I would request the students, if you are not having the profile on LinkedIn, please create it. Please connect with the professionals in the industry. You will definitely get the news about the jobs openings and other things. But मार्केट में क्या चल रहा है एट प्रेजेंट, कौन सी कंपनी ने कुछ डेवलप किया है. अभी कल की ही बात बताता हूँ. पूना का एक कंपनी है मॉड्यूल इनोवेशंस, उन्होंने एक सिंपल सा किट डेवलप किया है. ओके, बैक्टीरियल इन्फेक्शंस डिटरमाइन करने के लिए. सो दैट कंपनी गॉट गुड funding from the agencies. So these kind of things you will get to know while you are connected at the LinkedIn portal. When we talk about new medicines, so definitely patents and IPR come in picture. So there is a separate exam for patent agent. The students who are interested in patent related activities, they can definitely apply for this patent exam. And there are attorneys, some of my senior are in this field and they're earning very good in this field. Data management, if you talk about clinical research, it is all about data and data. So to manage the data, we require a system that is data management, and India is a preferred destination because we have a robust IT infrastructure in India. So if we talk about data management, pharmacovigilance, eTMF management, so there are a lot of projects in India with TCS, Wipro, Infosys, and other IT companies. There is one area which is very special for me. I like this field a lot. Evidence-based medicines and pharmacoeconomics, health outcome-based research, HEOR. Good, very good field, emerging field, I would say. There are very less number of professionals in this field at present. So if you are good in writing scientific things, you are good in analysis. So these fields are very new, I would say. अभी आप देखेंगे तो इंडिया में शायद 1-1.5 लोग ही होंगे जो इस चीज में अभी एक्सपर्ट है और अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं. So there is a requirement of manpower in these areas. And let me tell you, pay scale is very, very good in this field. Okay, medical writing, scientific writing, definitely. जिन लोगों को writing अच्छा लगता है लिखना, so they can definitely write about it. Okay, someone has just posted कि WIPO का कुछ course है. You can refer those courses. There are free courses available. You can explore and build your capabilities. Statistics and SAS. These are also very good field in healthcare, I would say. The person who has acumen and interest in statistics definitely can explore these opportunities. And once again, like Dr. Ashish already mentioned about medical devices, but I also want to emphasize here, government is giving good support nowadays. If you have developed some product, some technology, and you want to explore those, we have lot of incubation centers in India now, supported by BIRAC. They are giving you funding. They will give you infrastructure support, each and everything. Okay, so if you have developed any unique thing which is helpful for Indian community, you please approach this incubation center. In Pune, I am very well known to Venture Center. They are very good supporting all this youngsters who are so future of तरह से हमें देखना
हेलो
हाँ सर, आवाज आ रही है, कंटिन्यू।
हाँ कंटिन्यूस I think Mr. Chetan
Yeah.
sir may have problem with internet connection.
So next is the competencies required for clinical research. So if you want to enter into clinical research, these are few capabilities which is required. Okay, so you must be having the basic knowledge of regulations. For example, if we talk about clinical trials, you should be having knowledge of ICH GCP. Okay, you should be having knowledge of new drugs and clinical trial rules 2019. Basic expectation of the industry people are these, that if you appear for some you come for an interview, you should have a basic knowledge of the regulations. What are essential documents? Section 8 of ICH GCP. What is GCP or ethics? Safety reporting is very important in clinical trials. So you should have idea what is pharmacovigilance, why safety reporting is done in clinical trials, site management basics, broad ideas you should have. We don't expect much detailed information from the freshers or the graduates, but basic idea you must be having. Investigational product management, study and site management, monitoring, audits, inspections, all this basic knowledge we usually expect from the students. Okay, so students who are appearing for any interview, please see which company you are applying to, what business they are doing basically. Gain proper knowledge before appearing for the interview. काफी बार मैं देखता हूँ कि बच्चे आते हैं इंटरव्यू अपेयर करने के लिए, जब मैं हम पूछते हैं कि भाई आपका इंटरेस्ट क्या है, कोर एरिया, इतना सारा वो लोग बताते हैं, आई वांट टू माय इंटरेस्ट एरियाज इनटू प्रोडक्शन, क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस, क्लिनिकल रिसर्च, फार्माकोविजिलेंस. इतने सारे ऑप्शंस हम नहीं रख सकते. जिस कंपनी में आप गए हो इंटरव्यू के लिए, वहां पे उस हिसाब से आपको बात कर. सो these are the basic capabilities which are expected in clinical research. So now in the next slide, I would just like to brief you about the course which we have designed to develop the capabilities in the fresh graduates. So this course is a certification course in clinical research. 3 months course will be conducted on online platform, where we will train the students and fresh graduate on all these aspects of the fundamentals of clinical research, guidelines, regulations, documentation, and this will be a definitely practical exposure through lot of exercises, case studies. So this will help you in preparing for an interview. Okay. Dr. Ashish, would you like to add anything in this?
As per your wish, no problem. You can add.
So I think, Chetan, I think this is, I would say, adequate for understanding. And what is important, I think, is this slide. First is you should have interest.
If there are any question, we can take up.
Yes.
The questions.
Yes.
Dr. Gavai.
Yes. All participants, if you have any question, please write it in chat box. Someone want to know about?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Hello. Are you able to hear me? Hello. Hello, Chetan.
Yes, sir. Continue. Continue, sir. आवाज आ रही है.
Someone
Dr. Gavi, I can't hear you.
Hello.
नहीं आ रही है सर. आवाज आ रही है सर.
Chetan, maybe from your side. Problem is maybe from your side. Hello.
वही सर. Okay, sir. Continue, sir. आवाज आ रही है सर.
Okay.
Follow me.
There is one question, but how Chetan sir will listen my question? Maybe respected Dr. Rastogi sir maybe answer that question. If Chetan is not able to hear that question, someone want to know about the World Intellectual Property Rights WIPO certificate course.
See, again, I don't think so. I can really comment on this course. What I would suggest is, there are, in the current circumstances, a lot of courses that are available online, which you can do. What you have to look at is number one, is it your interest area? Second is, what is the course content and what are the faculties? Are the industry experienced faculties who will be teaching this course? And third is how this course will add to your knowledge and to your profile. What I have observed personally in the recent times is a lot of students, they do one course in IPR, another course in business management, the third course in some certificate course in some manufacturing process.
Yes.
So there's no point in doing all these different courses. You have to be focused on which road you want to take in your career, and then look at the course duration, look at the course content to the faculty.
Right.
There is another question, how to reach renowned industries, as they usually don't specify for jobs. I don't think so it's about renowned industries or less renowned industries. Chetan mentioned LinkedIn, that's a professional platform. What is important is, even if you are a fresher, even if you are a student, you make your profile there and you start connecting with people who are in the field of your interest. So if you are interested in quality management in manufacturing processes, look for people who have that sort of profile. You have the opportunity to follow companies. So LinkedIn provides you not only the functionality to follow people, but also follow companies. So then when these companies post, their jobs, you can, if you're following them, these will appear on your LinkedIn feed, and you can then, apply to them. But more important than that, it is to develop a network with people in the field that you want to pursue.
Right, sir. Okay. Any more questions? Any question regarding certification, regarding clinical research? All participants, they may have asked their question. So I think no more questions. So I'm thankful to Mr. Chetan Halani sir also. He's my batchmate, and very frankly, I use not to say Chetan always, because he is my classmate, he is my batchmate, but this is not right platform. And one of my friend specially called me and told me his name is Chetan. Used to say Chetan while doing webinar. So that much relations we have from our 2004 BPharm batch. All students must maintain their relation with their batchmate, with their fellows, because you can see such type of platform. Definitely, Chetan is doing very well. I am very much happy. that he is the co-founder of this CityQuest LLP, and I'm happy to see you at this place. I'm very happy to see the progress of your industry, CityQuest LLP. You have a renowned name right now in industry and market. You have performed a lot of clinical trials related to respiratory tract, respiratory disorder, and really nice to see you on this platform after long time. Now, very shortly, we will move forward towards the this e-poster competition result, national level e-poster Fiesta Contest 2020. But before going to start that session, I'm posting the attendance link for all the participant, as well as there is some problem because of this rainy season on this webinar for link to YouTube as well as Facebook channel. So we are going to give the certificates of the registered candidate also for this webinar, because they are not able to join the web link. They are not able to join the YouTube and Facebook link, and only the participant that are present that will also get the certificate, as well as the registered candidate for this webinar will get the certificate of participation for the webinar. Thank you very much, sir. Respected Dr. Ashish Rastogi, sir, Mr. Chetan Halani, sir, for your collaboration for the national level e-poster presentation competition. Initially, we thought we will get only 100 posters, but as sudden, there is a sudden rise of lot of posters in different group, and it reached to near about 300 posters. I am very much happy to see that all 300 poster. So today we are declaring the result. From my point of view, all are the winner, all are the successor,
Yes.
because the committee members, we made some committees to evaluate that posters, and it is one of the toughest thing that for evaluation of this poster, because out of 300 posters, we are really happy to see maximum posters are from our college, Anuradha College of Pharmacy. Some posters are from Northeast India, some posters are from this Haryana and that area. So we got all around India all these poster, as well as someone is also participated from Thailand as well as from US also. So the participant really, you are able, you are really this poster presentation competition, all participants, you all are really a winner of this competition. Now I request Deshmukh sir, please, I want to share my screen, and with permission of our principal sir, can I move
Yes,
to the
sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Really, sir, you initiated this program. You told me before starting of this webinar, and you just suggest me we have to take this conference. I am really happy to announce the result of this e-poster presentation competition.
Yes, definitely.
First, I will forward you the link for attendance. All the participants, please see the link for attendance in chat box. Just go for the attendance, fill it. We will contact you within a week. You will get your certificate within a week, because 100 certificates are only provided on a day, and it is the everyone, it is from Google. So 100 certificates only provided. Now I will move to the next session. I will share my screen. This is our attendance form. So very quickly, I will sum up all these result. This is one of our poster initially we circulated for the e-poster Fiesta Contest 2020. This is call of poster for COVID-19. We have 5 different types of theme. First is present and future impact of COVID-19 outbreak on societies, theme A. Theme B is post-COVID scenario and opportunities for Indian pharmaceuticals. Theme C, teaching and learning methodologies during COVID lockdown. Theme D, perspectives for pharmacies during COVID-19 outbreak. And theme E, havoc of advanced viral infection in future. We have a different category of prizes. First prize will be of 2,000 rupees. Second prize will be of 1,500 rupees. Third prize will be of 1,000 rupees. And really, this conference e-poster presentation is in association with CityQuest LLP, New Delhi. Thank you, sir. So, Anuradha Group of Pharmacy Institute, today it is the judgment day. Today is the day of result declaration because we have to declare result on 13th of May only. But because of lot of posters, because of examination of MPharm, BPharm, we suddenly, because of lot of poster, we could not complete our result on 13th of May. But after that, we decided to complete it on 10th May. But we have a lot of webinar series. That's why today is the judgment day. Today is the day of this result declaration, and happy to see that CityQuest is sponsor this e-poster content. Now, there is the first category of the certification, that is the appreciation certificate. We got near about 300 posters. Out of that, 45 to 40 certificates are really good. There is very difficult to judge these 40 to 45 posters. So these are the appreciation certifications. I would like to inaugurate with the permission of principal sir. I would like to inaugurate.
Yes, definitely. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. It is the certificate. Thank you, sir. It is the certificate for the webinar that you will receive on your email after completion of your attendance link. You all will get this certificate.
Excellent, doctor. Excellent. Nice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now, I would also request respected Dr. K.R. Biani, sir, to inaugurate our certificate for this e-poster competition.
Yes.
This is the certificate of excellence. All the winners,
Wow.
all the shortlisted candidate will get this certificate. Thank you, sir.
Excellent.
Badhiya, badhiya. Now, I will move to the next section, that is certificate of appreciation. So these all are appreciated e-posters. Really nice one. And you will get this certificate, you will get it as a certificate of excellence. That is nothing but the appreciation from our side for your poster. First poster is theme A. I am not going to take all the names, but this is one of the some of the good poster. These all posters are very good. They will be lack behind because of something, but that is not the part of winner. Okay, that's why they are not the part of winner. But from my point of view, everyone is winner of this category. Next certificate of appreciation from theme A, second certificate actually from theme A, that is Miss Mamta Madi. Really nice poster. Next certificate from theme B. Gajanan Kadi is our previous alumni of ACP. Right now he is in Naipur, Guwahati, doing his MS. Very nice poster. Next appreciation poster is Chauhan Pradeep with his brother Dr. Chauhan Nitin. He made this poster, very good poster. from team C. He is also our alumni from BFAM batch.
Chauhan.
Yes. Next poster from team D, that is related to pharmacist, Mr. Ganesh Wagule. Really nice one. Next poster from team E, Dr. Parul Thapar, Miss Ria Chauhan. All these posters are very good. This is all screenshot. That's why you may not be able to see its clarity. But when you can see it on PDF file, it is very clear, very really very fantastic. Then next, our staff also participated in this e-poster competition, and I really appreciate our staff. Some of the staffs, their posters are really good. We are going to take these 4 posters. First
For
is,
consolation prize. Congratulations.
thank you, sir. There is Saloni Shital Khandelwal and Vaishnavi Ashok Gazghane from BFAM. Under my guidance, they prepared this poster under the theme.
Congratulations, Dr. Ashish.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Next poster is from Chirag Ladda and Dr. P.R. Ladda. Under the theme of
Congratulations, Dr. Ladda, sir.
teaching and learning
Thank you,
methodology.
sir. Thank you.
COVID
Many
lockdown.
congratulations.
Thank
One
you, sir.
particular,
Very nice selection, very nice presentation.
yes, sir. One particular thing I want to discuss with you, that Chirag Ladda is the nephew of Dr. P.R. Ladda, and चाचा भतीजे ने मिलके बहुत अच्छा पोस्टर बनाया है.
Chacha Bhatija.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Good combination of Chacha Bhatija.
Move to the next part.
Congratulations.
Next poster is from our faculty Unmesh Joshi sir.
Congratulations,
Allah-
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
There is
Thank
also
you.
one very good relationship between UM Joshi sir and Allah Joshi. He is the son of Unmesh Joshi sir, and father and son, they have made a very good poster for this competition.
Education 4.0.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
these all are appreciation excellence prizes. Last one, also our faculty member Pawan Fulani sir.
Congratulations, Pulane, sir.
Tanmay Badke has made very good poster under theme D. These all posters are very good, very nice when you look on.
Sir.
Nastil sir, now the most awaited moment. After 13th May, on daily basis, I receive lot of calls. Sir, when that result is going to declare? Sir, when you are going to declare that result? On daily receive email as well as a lot of phone, and now the day has arrived that we are declaring the result.
Really, Dr. Ashish, sir, you took lot many efforts.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Really,
very
I
much.
appreciate
Thank
you
you.
and your team members, all the evaluators for
Thank you,
this
sir.
good job.
Right,
It
sir.
was not so easy because more than 300 posters we have to evaluate, and we have to just point out or choose the 3-1, which was very difficult.
Right.
So my heartfelt thanks to all the evaluator team, all my colleagues, all the HOD,
Yes, sir.
and special thanks to Dr. Ashish Gawai, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. I also thank all the evaluator. I also thank all our this coordinator. I also thank all the participants also. These 3 are not the winner. You all are winner of this competition, and really such type of opportunities are given by our principal sir, respected Dr. K.R. Vianney sir, Dr. R.H. Kale sir, Dr. Pagore sir. They also evaluated a lot of posters, and these posters, out of 300 posters, every faculty screen 3 times. Means this poster, if these are 3 poster, means it will come to, for the winner position, it is at least screened for 12 faculty member. Means 3 faculties in one group. So 4 groups are screened these posters, and after that we got this result. Now I am here declaring the result. Third prize winner of this e-poster competition, and the winner is it is from our college under theme B, post-COVID scenario, Ms. Kanchan Pandre and Manish Taide. They have presented their poster under this category, post-COVID scenarios. Really nice one, very nice poster. All the parts related to this theme is included in this poster, and very precisely they have elaborated this poster. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Now I will move to the next prize.
Congratulations, congratulations.
Thank you. Now I move to the second prize winner of this poster presentation competition.
Yalla.
Under
Consolation prize.
Under theme E, havoc of advanced viral infection, Mr. Madan Abhishek presented this poster. He is from PG student, Department of Veterinary Public Health, Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Veterinary Education and Research, Puducherry. He got the second prize of 1,500 rupees. Really nice poster. As I told you,
thank you, sir.
As I told you, you may not see it properly because it is the screenshot, and I expanded it for this PowerPoint. But it is very nice poster on this PDF format. In this PDF format. Congratulations, Abhishek.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, Abhishek is with us. No problem. Now it is time to declare the first prize winner of this e-poster presentation competition, national level Fiesta contest 2020. And the first prize, it goes to
Vibha.
The first prize goes to Dr. Harinder Singh.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yes, sir. It is under theme A, present and future perspectives related to COVID on societies. It's a nice poster. All the parties. This poster is evaluated on quality as well as content, as well as I told you, it is screened by four team members. Really congratulate Dr. Harinder Singh. Congratulations. He is the winner of prize of 2,000 rupees.
Congratulations, all of you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, all the participants. Now it is as sir suggested us, we are going to give them prizes right now by online virtual platform, and some of they have given their account details to us. We will see if this beneficiary is matched. We will give you directly. So with the permission of principal.
Yes, definitely go ahead.
Yes, sir. We are within a time. We are finishing it. No problem. Please unmute your audio. Participant, please unmute your audio. Oh, sorry, mute your audios, not unmute. If password is visible to you, I'm going to change it very soon.
Account number and password दोन्ही राहू दे ना.
Yes.
नाही दिसत सर, डॉट येऊ राहिले.
Yes, no problem. Yes, account is linked with Abhishek Madan as well as account is linked only with Abhishek Madan. Kanchan Pandre, we will try it on quick transfer method. So I'm handovering the amount of Rs 1000 rupees by this online transfer method, by quick transfer method to Kanchan Pandre. It is, I feel it is something like Kaun Banega Crorepati. Only few minutes we will take. Now I request respected Dr. R.H. Kale sir and Dr. R.R. Pagore sir to hand over these prizes virtually to our third winner, Ms. Kanchan Pandre and Manish Taide. It is virtually transferred, but actually you will get in your account.
कौन बनेगा करोड़पति फेम?
Crorepati.
Yes. So I request Dr. R.H. Kale sir and respected Dr. R.R. Pagore sir virtually transfer this amount through my.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please,
Thank you,
sir. Please,
Yes, sir.
Please,
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. The amount of 1000 rupees as a third prize of the C-Poster presentation competition will be transferred to Ms. Kanchan Pandre and Manish Taide. So I got OTP. And
yes.
it is
Yes.
completed
Yes.
successfully. Congratulations.
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 Now I will transfer the prize of 1500 rupees to our second winner, Mr. Abhishek. Abhishek is with us. Is this your account, Abhishek? Right? Yes, if it is added in a beneficiary, definitely it will be correct.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I will transfer the amount of 1500 rupees as a second prize winner. Randomly, not randomly, we request 5 participants to submit their account. Out of that, we got this account. Now I request our principal, respected Dr. K.R. Vianney sir.
Yes, sir.
Please hand over this prize to Abhishek Madan as a rupees of 1,005. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Abhishek.
Thank you, sir.
It is transfer successfully.
Yes, thank you, sir.
And unfortunately, our first winner is not having account number. So our account amount will be transferred maybe from Google Pay or something else to the first participant. So we'll transfer it here. I thankful for all participants for their participation in this national level e-poster presentation competition, that is Fiesta Contents 2020. Now with the permission of respected Dr.
Yes.
K.R. Vianney sir,
Really great Ashish sir, great.
Thank you sir, thank you very much.
We all are delighted with your activity this.
Yes, yes sir. Lot of
Thank
students.
you so much. We learned lot many things from you.
Thank you sir. It's my pleasure sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Sir, vote of thanks is.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I also thankful very much to the our associated company, that is CityQuest LLP, for a collaboration with us for this e-poster presentation competition. Now, with the permission, I will move to the next session, that is vote of thanks. It is always a prestigious thing, and it come to me. I am here to deliver this vote of thanks. I feel very pleasure as well as very happy to present this vote of thanks. From bottom of my heart, I am very much thankful to respected Dr. Ashish Rastogi sir, founder of CityQuest LLP. On behalf of our management, our staff, our principal, trustees, students, all participants of the e-poster presentation competition, that you collaborated with us for this e-poster presentation competition, as well as you have very elaborately given your webinar regarding clinical research. Such type of activity is always needed for academics, because academics, the gap between the academics as well as industry will be, by this means only, will be minimized. So really a nice type of activity. I feel very proud with your association. Again, I am thankful to respected Dr. Ashish Rastogi sir for your valuable talk on clinical research and your association with Anuradha Group of Pharmacy Institute, Chikli. I also thankful my batchmate, my good friend, Mr. Chetan Halani sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Chetan sir, for your valuable time given us, time to time your suggestion regarding this conference, as well as time to time you are sharing valuable your thoughts. Really thankful, Chetan sir, for your valuable valuable lecture on the opportunities on this clinical research. I think sir is there. Now, I am very much thankful to our management by giving direction for this online tool. I heartily thankful to our chairman, Shri Siddhivinayak Bondre sir, TRMMS. Sir has given a lot of opportunities for this institute, and this is one of the platform that we got. I am very much thankful to Secretary of TRMMS, our motivational leader, respected Rahul Bhau Bondre sir. Really, you are a mentor, you are a leader, sir. Thankful for these wonderful opportunities of Zoom application as well as this platform. Again, I am very much thankful and lucky to have a nice backup from our respected Dr. K.R. Biani, sir. Always motivated us. Thank you very much, sir, for giving me opportunity of this webinar as well as this national level e-poster presentation competition. Thank you, sir. I am thankful to our respected Dr. R.H. Kade, sir, as well as respected Dr. R.R. Pagore, sir, Principal, TRMMS, Anuradha College of Pharmacy, Chikhli, and Principal, Karmayogi Tatyasaib Bondre Institute of Pharmacy, Chikhli, respectively, for your constant motivation as well as support during this conference. Thank you very much, sir. I am thankful to our trustees, all my dear staff members who evaluated this poster, constantly motivating us, motivating our student for participation in this national level conference as well as for this webinar. Thank you, staff members. I thankful to students. Because of that, we achieved the target of 300. Initially, as I told you, we thought of only 100 poster will come, but because of you student, we achieved the target of 300 poster, and it is very difficult. Really nice that all posters are very tough. I'll thankful for all the participants for this webinar as well as this national level e-poster presentation competition. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Then I am thankful our technical partner, Dr. Deshmukh sir, for this collaboration. Thank you, sir, for your support for this Zoom apps, as well as I am thankful all those who helped me during this webinar as well as this poster presentation competition. Thank you, everyone. With the permission of our principal, sir, I declare this session is over. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much for all the participants. They have given very good feedback. I cannot, we will not move to the feedback session because it is very lengthy as well as it will take a lot of time because already we are more than our this time. Okay, we have to finish it with within 12:30. So thank
Okay,
you
sir.
again.
Okay,
Thank
sir.
you very much.